Okay, yeah, Timber radio setup. So basically what I did is I went in here, I hit the button in here, went into system setup. Are you sure? Yes. Then I went to model select, and then I added a new model, which I've already done. You can see the Timber there, so I'm not going to do that for time's sake here. So I go back, then here's the Timber. Go back into system setup, and I'll show you what I did. I went into, it says here to go to, I got the DX6, so I went into airplane. Basically, you go into airplane. Let's find airplane. System setup. Yes, but I'm still in the Timber, so aircraft type. You'll notice that I put, you just scroll this button back and forth until you get it to say wing 1, flap 1, which is exactly what it says to do here and here, right? Then that's good to go. So then I went back, hit this button here, and this is the function list. You might be looking in here going, where the heck is where's the function list, right? So then I basically went down to flap system, went into the flap system, and you notice that it says the flap positions right here. It says flap positions minus, look at that, minus 100. Don't forget to see that, it's minus 100. Actually, when you get on here, you'll see it, and you'll scroll to minus 100. Elevator 0, position 1, 2. You set up the switch, which is, you set up the switch, which is switch D. Switch D, you'll notice that there's the different positions. This moves it up and down. See it move all up and down. That's how you switch them, and you just scroll this over here back and forth to wherever you want. And you just make them exactly what they say. It's pretty darn easy. When you're done with that, you want to go back to your expos. You want to set up your expos. You go to aileron, click on aileron, and then I set up the switch here, switch F. Is this switch here? You can see it goes back and forth. You can see it goes 100%, 70%. If you're doing this for a while, you know kind of what to do. You go click on there again. You go to elevator, do the same thing. Make a switch setup. There's 70 to 100%, just like it says right here. You wanna do that for this. That's it in a nutshell. Everything's kind of set up. I'm gonna set it up with the safe bind. You got to read the instructions here on how to do that, but it's a binding process, and we'll do that next. Okay, now we're going to bind the Timber. I've got my flight battery right here. I've got the basically the power lead here to the motor, the ESC. I went ahead and installed the bind plug right there. You can see it down there. That was a little bit of a pain. I went ahead and used these pliers to put them in there. Needle nose with a 90-degree angle. So looking back in here, I'm going to set mine up with safe select. You can disable this if you want, but I'd like to have my aircraft safe, or you can just do AS3X with stability control, either way, right? So from reading through the directions, everything's pretty much the same, except for you remove the bind plug after you basically, ooh, quite a bit of wind here. Quite a bit of wind. So, yeah. So what it says to do is, make sure it's powered off. My transmitter is turned off over there. Install the bind plug. I told you that. I did the bind plug inside there. Place the level ground. Yep. So then I'm going to put the power on. And forgive me because my GoPro battery went dead. So we're doing it like this. We're going to hook it up. We should hear at this point. We're going to hook up the battery. We'll produce a series of sounds: 1 long tone and 3 short tones. There it is. So at this point, for the safe time, it says once it's done that, you remove the bind plug and then from the port, and then you step back and then you bind it like you regularly would. For the AS3X, it's different. You leave the bind plug. It says do not remove the bind plug. Then you would go back 3 steps away and then bind it with your radio. So we're going to do the safe. We're going to pull the bind plug now. Bear with me. Let me get in here. Pull the bind plug. Gonna reach in here and pull it out. There we go. Let's pull it out. Just for safe keeps, I'm gonna go back in here and make sure all the servo stuff is okay. Everything's still connected. It's still green. So I mean, still orange flashing. So as now we'll go back and receiver is bound. Remember, when the orange light is on, the receiver stays orange. So I'm gonna do the 3 steps back. I'm gonna hold the bind. Sorry guys. Sorry for the bad video here. Gonna take this bind plug right here, hold it. I'm gonna flip this on. So, and I'll step back. You gotta step back. If you're too close, it won't bind. That's it. Bind complete. Being able to let go now here. Sounds like we're good to go. Yeah, we got a solid orange light right there. That's the rudder. Looking good there. Rudder. Left, right. Man, we're looking good. I'm afraid to touch the throttle right now because I don't have anything here to hold it down right now, and I don't have somebody to help me. So that's it. We're bound.